So kind of just another fly seeing this argument that was brought up here, is that, like, in order to get changes that you want done, you have to be the person to lead that action. I mean, like, this attitude that I see, like, is shared by more than just this person. I have certain people that I know who share this opinion, and when I see that, it's a little bit annoying when they say things but then do nothing to like lead out in the change, because like. You'd certainly be involved if there was like a chance to change things. Well, there is a chance. You just gotta get the ball rolling.
I know, and you know, part of that first step is, you know, becoming involved and running for Senate, trying to change things. Yeah. And there was a lack of people running this year, and so, you know, the first step, you know, comes from the students and students stepping up, you know, from among their peers and challenging things like this. So. All
right. Last email of the night, saved it to last. It addresses me and the podcast. So we'll save the last gauntlet for myself. Actually, my saying that, the email basically started out and said that PUCcast has gotten old and a little bit recycled and a little bit boring. It says, and then the email continues on to say, actually, my saying that would require me to have watched more than 2 shows, which I haven't. And I haven't because it needs more hosts. Last year's was great because it had a variety of hosts, and I think that the producer needs to take a cue from the old gangstas who really did pioneer PUC radio and use their formula and change it up so people will take interest, because really, nobody watches it. And obviously, I want to kind of address that really quick, especially the last one. This is nobody watches it. We actually have demolished last year's record of, you know, views and downloads and stuff like that. But I did address this on the SA website, and I do want to address it here when people are saying that it's hard to get involved with the show, that I am very sorry and apologetic, because this is a show for the students. To use it as their voice, to get out and to be able to have like people like us, you know, fellow students, essay officers and student leaders to come up and be like, this is the problems that I have. Can you answer these questions? What solutions do you see? And when that's not happening, that's hard, because we're hitting the wrong audience, because we're mainly watched by alumni and faculty, and we want to aim for the students. And so with that, that's something that we really are trying to, you know, create, and getting on, you know, relevant hosts and people like that. So.
And in your defense, Craig, I think whoever you are watching this right now, if you're enjoying this, tell your friends. That's how things really happen. Word of mouth is the greatest form of advertisement. So, you know, I think there have been some great topics here. We've been discussing like really pertinent school, issues on campus. And so, you know, you guys are sending emails. We're getting lots of emails here. Listen to, you know, the responses and tell your friends about them, and just, you know, increase the hype.
You know, and I'm glad we're getting these emails too, because like, even though I don't agree with all of them, I think it's like a good first step to like.
Right. Well, like, and it's also a good way for people to, you know, obviously we learned here, and a lot of it was based on just rumor and like word of mouth and things that weren't based on fact and things that weren't true. To be able to have you guys come here and clear those things up and be like, no, this is the way it really is. I think can be very helpful. So Indeed. With that, that's all the time that we have for this show. I want to thank Derek, I want to thank Andy, I want to thank Robin, I want to thank Ryan, all for joining us. So stay tuned. We have Larry coming up with an update on campus news and another PUCites coming right up, as well as our first report on 2 essay officers and what they've been up to lately. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on February 28th for our exclusive live broadcast of the essay election debates. So we'll see you then.
Hey everyone, my name is Larissa Ranslin, editor of the Campus Chronicle, and here is what's going on at PUC. This Saturday night at the Rasmussen Art Gallery, the student art show will be on display. The opening starts at 7 and goes until 9. Also, the last Pioneer Games of the season will be held at the Covered Wagon. The women's game is at 6:30 and the men's is at 8:30, and the games are against Dominican University. Again, my name is Larissa Ranslin, editor of the Campus Chronicle, and that's what's going on.
Okay, so coming up we have more essay free speaks. We have April 19th colloquy with a billionaire real estate investor to show us how it's done. We have other success seminars and a possible end of the year concert. That's what we're dealing with.
My goals for the rest of the year, now that the Funny Book's out, include continued participation in essay events, going to meetings, being supportive of the other officers and their goals and their projects. And in addition to that, training the incoming Funny Book editor for all the stuff he's been up to do.